Welcome back to Life and Hair. You know, sometimes we don't have unlimited funds to throw at whatever style we want to buy that catches our eye online. There are so many beautiful pieces that I would love to be able to buy and review, but I don't really have the budget for that right now. And anyway, in the spirit of not hoarding endless amounts of styles, I know that I've built up quite a collection over these last few years, and I still want to be able to wear the hair that I've already got. It's tried, it's tested, I love every piece, and I want to be able to bring those pieces out into these colder months so that I can continue to enjoy them. They're jolly useful. I want to talk about the shorter styles that I've got and why I want to wear those shorter styles as the weather starts to turn. Let's have a chat about what I've got in my wig closet that could be very useful over the autumn and winter months coming up. There's so many different options for you when you're thinking about shorter hair for the winter months. But why would you want to do that? If you're like me and you really enjoy your long hair, and this is Misha by Paula Young. I have been loving this style. So we went on a short break in September. She was perfect. She brought glamour with the length, practicality with the layers, because you could so easily have this beautiful style up with a clip like this. This sort of thing, very practical, and you could wear a scarf or a jumper so easily in the winter months. But I always feel that with long hair, it does speak of something rather summery, kind of fancy-free, long days, warm nights, that sort of thing. I wanted to focus about what my options were because, as you know, I've been growing my hair collection for quite a while. And I'm starting now to wear things like this. This is a little handmade capelet. Perfect for giving you coverage and warmth around your chest, your shoulders and your back when you're still wanting to wear your slightly heavier summer dresses to transition from summer through autumn and into winter. This is utterly perfect. But there's no way that I'm going to be wanting to manage these fibres as they rub on this yarn. This has got a wool content, the rest is acrylic. Rubbing on long fibres really reduces their lifespan. They become very dry and frayed at the ends and really quite unmanageable. But let's just look at what sort of things I could wear with a capelet like this. I'm going to start with our bob options. I'm not going to go for the longer bobs. I'm going to focus on the slightly shorter ones and up. Let's have a look what we've got. I can't believe that it's been a year since I reviewed Blair. At just this time of year, I wanted something a little bit more sultry and darker, a little bit more serious as we go into those longer evenings and the darker overall weather during the day. It's pretty overcast in the UK, as you can imagine, and Blair is wonderful. So for this time of year when you're not really in the turtlenecks and the thick chunky scarves, you can see that her length doesn't quite touch the top of your shoulder. And that's incredibly practical. I really am aware that with the shorter styles, the focus isn't so much on your upper body. Attention is more focused really on your eyes, your face, your cheekbones. You can experiment with a nice brighter lip colour, really to bring that winter look to life. This is a perfect example of the longest I would go if I was expecting to wear knitwear like this. But of course, as the days become colder, I'm going to want to cover even my neck sometimes, and I really love this jumper that's got a funnel neck. Very, very warm, very light, but I'd want to have my hair well off my neck for that. And for that kind of look, I'd probably go with a shorter bob. It's amazing how short you can go and still technically be wearing a bob style. That's always fascinated me, really. Such a versatile haircut, classic haircut. Here we have our old friend Kai from Renee of Paris. A lovely, stunning, simple. Every time I look at this style, one side looks a little bit longer than the other, and I for the life of me cannot understand why that's the case, because I'm balancing the ear tabs really well. Let's put on this jumper and see whether it interferes and we need to go a little bit shorter. When you're going out in your winter clothing and your knitwear, coats and things like that, the last thing you want on your mind is to be worrying about whether you're damaging the fibres of your hair. You don't want to be hindered by such things in the least. Other things to think about, quite rightly so. Kai just touches the top of this funnel neck, and this style really affords the pleasure and the beauty of longer hair around your face that's very bluntly cut, just above your collar, really. I really love this. I think it's very wintry. If you wanted, for example, to wear a hat, you know, sometimes we go out at the weekends and it's due to be kind of a little bit wet. A hat like this is really useful, you know, it keeps away the drizzle quite well, but the length in this hair gives it beauty and drama in a really nice way. This hat actually comes with its own throw. So if I wanted to drape this around, I think that long hair look can continue to give us lots of nice elements, but still being very practical in those colder days. Let's try something a little bit shorter and maybe with a bit of a curl. See what we can find. Remembers my review of Sweet Talk from Gabor in buttered toast. Yes, it is a bob. Yes, it is a bob, and gives quite a lot of drama, a lot of body, and some very interesting blonder colours in this buttered toast. I have a favourite wrap from Zara that I wear very frequently when the weather is colder. It's got some really nice neutrals in it, and I think that these kind of colours suit the blonder tones in Sweet Talk really well. You can get a lot of warm wear out of something like this and get a lot of glamour and body out of a bob like Sweet Talk, where it's actually pretty short. I would say around jaw length really, and really nice. Now, I wonder what the hat would look like on Sweet Talk. Cute. I don't actually look like myself at all. Yeah, I kind of look like some kind of exotic, mysterious person. If I wanted to really dress up and bring a little bit of mystery, a little bit of drama, a little bit of interest into my outfit, I may very well choose to wear a subdued, long fitted dress, have this wrap with this hat, and I think that would keep me pretty busy for a whole day, feeling really quite fabulous. I really like this for one of our autumn winter days. Again, a style like Sweet Talk coupled with a top that has this sort of detail on it that brings attention really to your bone structure, frames your neck and face quite nicely, is very feminine. I must say I'm quite surprised at how much I like this. Sweet Talk has a very nice lace front. And even if I wanted to add an Alice band, a fabric one with some beading that I bought last year, to this, I think it brings the hair away from the face. It's a little bit fresher looking, but you still get to have that warmth that you really need at this time of year. But a little bit of flirtiness, a little bit of girliness. If I was to take the front bits down, you wouldn't have any problems if you had to wear this style on a really windy day. There wouldn't be any problems. Let me take this off and just throw on this wrap again to reduce the contrast of that green with the band, to give you a little bit more earthy, neutral colours along with this blonde and this band. It's exciting to my eye. I find that the prospect of going out wearing this is fulfills my desire to reinvent my look and, you know, dress up as somebody else. I really like that, and that's part of the reason why I find wearing hair so interesting, so exciting. You may recall a little while ago I did a review on Reese from Noriko. This is looking at styles that are shorter than your traditional bobs. I don't think this can really be described as a bob. I don't know what you guys think. I think if I really wanted to categorize this, I would say long pixie. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but that's how it seems to me. Fabulous, fabulous. The longer pixie styles are fabulous for this time of year and going into winter. What I love about them is that you can wear quite woolly things around your neck and really keep yourself nice and warm, and you've still got the elements of longer hair around your eyes and around your face. You're also able to take advantage of highlights in a style like this, when the rest of your body is pretty much covered up and you're wanting to say everything through your hairstyle, your makeup, you know, even glasses. It's really nice to wear sunglasses in the winter. If you are a glasses wearer anyway, you'll understand that you need to put some thought into what kind of glasses you want, and you can match the mood. You can bring in autumn, the coziness of winter, even you know, the lovely winter colour. Don't forget, this is the season of those rich russets, the bright red berries. I'm loving my red lipsticks to echo those berry colours, and of course the turning of the leaves. So I think that Reese could be a wonderful addition to your winter hair wardrobe. And speaking of making the most of colour, experimenting with different colours, the shorter we go, the less expensive the hair costs. Let's look at something like Ray to bring in a little bit more experimentation with hair colour. Although these gorgeous silvery blondes are really summery, my goodness, you can make a lot of them in the winter months also. You can bring in that feminine beauty of the lighter colours, although it does have a long root, this one. This Kai is in melted marshmallow, and of course it's a Renee of Paris. A nice cropped cardigan like this is just what you need. And I love the paler winter whites with these ashy blondes, a nice bright lipstick, subdued earrings. These silver ones are very nice. I particularly like them because although they're dangly, the fact that they're cutouts and they don't have a middle also makes them very subtle. You get the best of both worlds. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say about styles like this. This is a bob. I'm amazed that this is a bob. You can see it's almost chin length. Yeah, I would say chin length. I like tucking it behind my ear on one side, ruffling up the other side. I think this look on a winter's day is very presentable, attractive and feminine. What do you think? Continuing to take advantage of the shorter styles. We're going shorter in length, ever shorter in length. Let's look at red carpet style, Jacqueline Smith. Adorable. I specifically like the rooted champagne blonde of this colour, particularly, for example, if I was going out to dinner and I wanted to really make the most of a smoky eye, some dramatic colour. You can wear earrings, long earrings with this, or you can choose to go a little bit more discreet. I've often admired fair hair with nice pastel colours to give an overall softness to your look, which I find very feminine and really enables you to change your look up quite dramatically if you're a lifelong brunette like me. If I'm going out, on a walk, shopping, really the practicality of this short hair is incredible, even with something really very high. This turtleneck is kind of an extremely high turtleneck, and I don't feel like this hair is going to get pushed up at the back, pushed off my head. With something like this, I would certainly sew in a comb at the back, and I would put on my It Stays or sock glue in the UK along the hairline. It really holds everything in place really nicely. I crave sometimes to be in a faded pair of jeans, a nice baby pink top like this, and some very fair hair that looks like it's been bleached or dyed a lovely ash blonde at the hairdresser. I love to be able to change things up like that. When I was looking at the clearance section, of the Natural Image wigs, I came across one called Realize. Kind of a strange name, isn't it? To call a hairstyle. They must have just run out of descriptive names. So this one is in Chocolate Copper Mist. Look at this lovely autumn colour. It's a step up from merely chestnut. The copper gives it that stronger zing in the highlights. That's very definitely a red. Now, funnily enough, even though it's very short, etc., they've had the manners of putting in a lace front with a mono side, which I was quite intrigued about. The beauty of the really short pixies is the amazing lightweightness of them. I have to be very careful to tuck in all of the wispy bits at the back. It does take some getting used to. You know, some ladies are actually used to having hair no longer than this. They are lifelong pixie wearers. Never in my entire life had hair this short. What do you think? The thing about hair this short is that all of the action is on the top of your head. If you wanted practicality, you've certainly got it with Realize. And I do think that copper highlighting really adds something to this style. I've never seen myself like this before, and that's the beauty. The beauty of being able to change up your hairstyle at will like that. I do remember, you know, when I started to realise that there wasn't really much I could do with my hair. So this is going back probably about 3 years, when I was starting to notice that my hair loss was becoming more significant, and I started to look up solutions for hair loss and came across hair wearing. I couldn't believe what I was seeing about the lace fronts. I thought, how can something look so natural like that? And the monofilament parting. How can they make something that looked so natural? Really, in all honesty, if I was out and about and I saw somebody with hair like this, I would only look to admire their hair, particularly if they've really paid close attention to making sure all of those tufty bits at the back were shaved off and you couldn't see them at all. Isn't this beautiful, the way the light catches this colour? Now, I can't imagine when I'm going to be wearing this hair, but it's really nice to have it in my wardrobe for just that right time when I'm thinking, gosh, I wish I had something really short I could put on. See, even with a hat like this, I think it's because you've got this long piece here on one side. It just looks really interesting, you know, you look like some kind of a world traveller or an artist or something really amazing like that. And actually this russet colour complements the copper so nicely. Please excuse the tufts. How fascinating. I could wear this with a nice white collared shirt and jeans and boots. I've got some really nice boots Or I could wear this style with a lovely jumper dress. Shall I go and put that jumper dress on? Let's see. I can really see myself going out at the weekend with this jumper dress, realise, and maybe a red, maybe this, you know, also draped over me, just for a little bit of extra warmth. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to continuing to play around with my look in this autumn season. For the first time in my life, I really feel sad that summer has come to an end. I did have a wonderful summer and we had beautiful weather in the UK. My trip to Cornwall was probably the best trip that I've ever been on. The beauty, the mystery, the magic of the land in Cornwall was mind-blowing, and we went to some really fascinating places. Before you know it, we're going to be really approaching Christmas, and I need to think very carefully about how I'm going to spend my money coming into Christmas and being able to afford a nice Christmas the way I like it to be. And it may be really that neither of my children will be with us this Christmas. And that's okay. I know that they have to do their own thing and build their own life, and I don't want to put them under additional pressure, which is perfectly fine. So it'll probably be me and Steve and the cats. And that's fine. You know, it's quite nice not to have that added pressure of producing a big Christmas and going totally over the top with it. I don't feel a need to do it. I think there are only a few things that I would really like over the Christmas period to make it special for me. Wow. I don't want to take this off. You know, it's amazing. You put these styles on that you've never had before and they really grow on you. And before you know it, you're so comfortable wearing them and they're so beautifully cut and shaped. Actually, I'm going to keep this on. I'm going to keep this on as my hair for today.